Hello, hello, and welcome. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
It's been kind of a chill day. It's been rainy, and we've been needing rain for so long that I forgot what it looked like.
You mean what's falling out of the sky?
Yeah, but it's nice. It's just been a chill day.
Trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah,
What is that?
it's been so long.
It has.
The pond's so, like, I had to get, it was to the point where I had to add water to the pond. No joke. It's been so hot. But other than that,
I think it's been years since we've had to add any water to the
it's
pond.
gotten low, but not like this. It's crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
been ridiculous.
not too bad.
It has. It has. It has been finally a little rain. Thank goodness.
What else? I put it for summertime projects today, so we'll start with you.
Everything you want me to do that I don't get done.
We'll just let you start. We'll start the list of all the things that you said I have you do. And then I'll finish up with all the stuff that I've done that I've just ended up doing myself.
Besides the fact we need to move more fish outside.
Yeah, I have
Absolutely,
started.
we need to move more fish. We haven't done that.
No, I've started moving fish out there.
I know.
But there's definitely more that need to go out there.
And playing with your time frame is
Oh, still Inya's here. Welcome. It's nice to have you here.
is playing with your time frame is never works for me.
It's because I do things to my own time.
I know you do everything to the beat of your own drum, which is fine. I get it. I have no problems with it.
No Select Pet's driving somewhere in Alabama.
Whips World, what's up, buddy?
Welcome, welcome.
Hope you're having a wonderful weekend, man.
Probably staying busy, but I hope it's a good weekend.
Yeah. I try to stay busy, and every time I want to stay busy, again, back to what we were talking about, Carrie has a set way she wants to do things, which our schedules conflict.
Yeah, I
They
just end up
literally
doing it
butt
myself.
heads.
And then he tells me I did it wrong, but I'm still
No,
proud
I don't
because
tell you
I
you did it wrong. I never tell you you do it wrong because you do it
Okay.
right. You do it right.
He
do
says
it,
that now live.
you do it better than I could ever even imagine do it. I just want to try to do it and help you. But if it doesn't fit into your schedule or your time frame, then it's get out of the way. I'll do it on my own.
Pretty much. Can't disagree.
I'm not saying I blame you for any of that. I just try to help, and I usually seem to be at the wrong time, the wrong schedule, the wrong everything.
I'm too set in my ways.
And that's what happens. And then later on you turn around and go, well, you didn't give me the help I needed. Well, I was trying to give you help, but however, it was not at the appropriate time it should have been.
Well, why don't you use your eyeballs and say hi?
Oh, to QC and Legacy Hobbyist? I should.
Just change the subject and say hi. Hi.
And what about Garcia Aquatics? Don't forget them.
Welcome, welcome.
I know it's been a little bit. We've been sporadic on live streaming.
Well, we have two little parts of the year it's like we just went through one where it's your birthday and the little one's birthdays back to back, and then we're coming up in like July where my mom and your little one, well, big one, is back to back, and it's just like birthday stuff. And I mean, he's still pretty little, so I wanted to soak up some birthday stuff with him. So that's why we've been sporadic. And then you got stung, then with traveling. And all I've really been doing lately is just trying to do computer stuff and clean up the fish room. Because none of the tanks look bad. It's just they each need some me time.
Eduardo, what's going on? Master Aquatics.
I feel like it's been a while. So
It has been a
welcome.
while. It's been a long time.
All the days blurred together.
Vibes Aquatics. Hello.
Welcome. How are you?
No, it's just been a whirlwind. I'm officially old now. So that's congratulations to Carrie. I'm officially old. Again, hence in my ways
I didn't have anything to do with that. I didn't add any gray hairs to your beard.
since
I didn't cause you to lose any hair on the top of your head. Nope.
so
nope.
me being
Not
set in
me.
my ways and not being able to schedule with you on certain things that we have to do, it just doesn't jive. And then eventually you get upset at me a little bit.
It's natural.
Well,
anybody that knows you gets upset with you from time to time, but
well,
I don't go anywhere.
Well, I know this, and I do stuff that you want to film, and
that does bug me. I'll come home
and I will
we'll
do something, and you'd be like, "I should have filmed that." And I'd be like, "Well, it's too late now. I'm done."
That does bug me. I am ready for Aquashella and the Keystone Clash. Aquashella can be here again anytime, even though it has been that long. But I am ready for that. But when you come down here, I don't mind so much when you. Like, I do kind of mind, wink, wink, between me and you, the chat, you're not here. But I don't mind, you're back again, when you fiddle with my tanks. But when you do stuff that you know I want to film, and you just do it when I'm not here, and then I come back and I want to film it, and you've already done it, it does kind of.
You should film it after and go, you should see what he did.
Yeah.
You should see what he did. This sucker, or some other explicit.
I mean, we can
I won't
change
say
the chat to wait. I mean, now that I'm thinking about stuff that you do, come to mind.
Bigfoot. Hello.
No, I won't be mean. We're supposed to be nice to each other.
Fish fam link. Salutations to you.
Welcome. I appreciate everybody being here. It's been, like I said, just kind of a blood day. I haven't done anything super exciting besides clean tanks. To me, that's pretty exciting, but to others, it might not be too exciting. And cleaning like the laundry, it's not too exciting. But I have been filming. I have gotten some new guppies, and hopefully I will get that video edited soon, and I'll put a video out so I can share with you all the new guppies. But really just excited about breeding and kind of doing that. If you've caught the last, I think, 1 or 2 videos, I want to do this breeding project with everybody. So I'm hoping everybody's excited about it as I am, because I'm really excited about it. But really just kind of getting a few new strains into the fish room. I'll save it because some of them are really they're all really pretty, but some of them are extra special. And sharing, kind of getting you up to date with the guppies. But I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to come up. I'm not I don't know every specific allele, like every gene to make up which what and that, but I'm excited to just pick things together as a group and see what we get, find out the results. I think it's gonna be time consuming. It's gonna take a while, but I think it's gonna be fun.
Liquid Zoo, welcome.
If that makes any sense.
Barbara Jackson, hello.
I'll spit out the words, you process them and make them sound better.
Well, you need to process all these different wonderful guppies you have, that if everyone in the chat would share this stuff out, because she's getting ready to do something really cool.
I think it's really cool. I talk about it all the time.
Well, and she's going to put me to work doing a lot of stuff that's coming up. It's going to be weird. It's going to be a little crazy. We're going to get a little outside the box, but it's going to be really neat. It's going to be fun, but we want your input for
I just feel like
our you think we're going in the right direction, the wrong direction. Just all input is welcome.
Just something to do as a group, as a community. I think it'll be fun. And I mean, it's guppies. You can't go wrong.
No, because Chattanooga Ed's here. He's my guppy buddy.
Yes. I was listening to their, I think it was Thursday, their guppy live stream. He was talking about guppies. And I was like, I know a lot about guppies, I like to think. And I still learned some goodies. I was like, this is good chat. I like it. It's fun.
Absolutely, it is fun. No, it's to just build the community and bring more people in. It really
I love
is.
guppies too.
And to get new people in, guppies are an easy way to start. I hate to say that in a weird way, but it is.
Yeah.
And they're so pretty. And they're
you can
so
buy
wonderful
me
to keep. And you can get them from anywhere.
Yeah, and you can buy me a few extra bags since you told me I couldn't go to North Carolina this weekend.
Oh, it always comes back to something I didn't do.
It always comes back.
Something
it
I
always comes back.
could have done. See, again, back to the projects, back
playing.
to the thing.
There's always a bunch of projects. It's a fish room. Fish room's never done. And when you think it's done, then you just think of a new project. And I think this is a good one.
You always think of a new project. I don't always think of a new project. I think of finishing something. You always come up with another idea.
You know what's cruel though? When you know that I want to do a project and you take me to Menards. I'm like, I want to take you out. I'll be like, where are we going to go? Menards, and be like, okay. I'm so excited. Then you pick out everything I need and then you don't buy it. And then it's like, well, that was fun. Hint, shelving.
I got the hint of the shelving. I really did. You asked but I'm never going to pick for you because
you didn't have to pick. I picked. I said this one. And then you said, you should buy it. I said, but you should buy it. I might get more if you buy it. And then that was the fun date with no happy ending.
No, we didn't get extra shelving.
No shelving for the fish room. No paint for the walls. I'm just playing. Not really. Just playing.
Well, I know you, and I know how your fish room you ultimately want it to be.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
how do you think this might be interesting? What do you honestly think that I want for that side of the room? We might get somewhere because we have to be nice.
No, I don't have to be nice. I could be mean. But I am not going to be mean because ultimately you want one cohesive setup. Right now, around us on the other side is not as cohesive as it could be.
No, it's not. It's a mess.
And that is my fault and ultimately my fault. However, I'm going to stick behind a couple of tanks that are behind me on the other side of this wall that nobody can see, one of which I built. I will not lose that tank. The axolotl tank.
No, I don't think.
Tank.
Why would we lose a tank when I'm wanting to add more? That doesn't even make any sense. But
no, I mean, I will not get rid of the wonderful. Hid the fridge, built the stand.
No one's saying that.
Did the whole thing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should get rid of. I'm asking you what you think I want for that side of the room.
Well, I can tell you what you want, and I can tell you.
Tell me. I want to know.
It is not a pipe dream. It is a possible dream, and it can be done. You want a fully functional wraparound from behind your head all the way 20 feet that way.
Yeah.
20 feet the opposite wall,
Just keep going.
one full rack system,
Yep.
all built in.
Yeah. With
r-
lots of walking space.
lots of walking space, ready to go. Probably top tanks turned just because of breeding room, so you can individualize your fry.
I don't care. Well, it's just whatever. That doesn't.
So
if
you'd
I have to, I have
so
to.
you'd have to do a 3-tier. You have to do a
No,
3-tier.
you lost me because you
You
lost
have
me.
to do a 3-tier
No.
because you'd have your two
I'm
bottom tiers.
Okay, go back to the chat. Who thinks it's kind of annoying if you have this when your tanks are a little too high and just a little too low? I think when they're a little too low to the ground, like these down here, you can't really see. It just kind of sucks to water change them because it's kind of hard. And like this tank up here is too high, and I have to climb. And even when I climb on the ladder, I'm still not physically tall enough. So I would like to have two rows, but have them kind of be in the middle where they're not too low and not too high. And if I have to have something on the bottom, that's for driftwood or something. But something too high, like it looks good. Yes, it's cool. You could have more tanks, but to me, I find it kind of annoying because I'm not tall enough to do anything, and then I always need your help to like reach to the bottom, because even on a ladder I can't reach the bottom of that, and that is annoying. So I mean, that is a pretty good, I can't fault you. That is a pretty good idea of what I want. It's not
Paul
too bad.
McCarthy, hello.
And all you want is just make sure the axolotl tank stays, and that's fine with the stand. That's fine. I don't mind.
Dee Dee's here too.
Welcome, Dee Dee. I'm glad you're here.
The Aquatic Morning Show. Jess, welcome.
Welcome to another Listen to Us Bicker hour. I hope you stay tuned.
We're not bickering. We will accept any and all comments of whether Carrie's right or I'm right. I do not take any precedence either way. I'm not going to get mad about anything. But
it's just how enjoyable you want your life to be.
But if you know Carrie, you know everything should be cohesive. She's a very organized person. And I am not. I just go with the flow. However,
it's called collaboration, not bickering.
Yeah, it is collaboration. It is definitely collaboration.
I like that. It's true. Yeah, I agree. I hate tanks that are too low to the floor. I thought I would like them.
Silver Creek. Why are mom and daddy bickering? Well,
because
mom and daddy are always
bickering.
Mommy and daddy are always bickering. Normally, constantly.
Yes. Yes.
Because I want to give Carrie the best fish room she can have.
I just don't know the correct definitions in which to communicate.
Exactly.
And that causes collaborations to happen.
Lots of collaborations. Because daddy needs to have plants and mommy likes lots of fish.
Yes. With no snakes in the pond. No joke. I went outside and there was a black widow spider, and I don't do spiders. And I was like, okay, that's gone. I'm okay. Like, I handled the situation. And then the next day, I'm like, I'm just going to go out here and enjoy the pond. I just want to sit out here and like zone out for just 5 minutes. No joke. Granted, it's just a garter snake, and it's the same one, I promise you, that comes back every year because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and fatter, and I have less and less rosy red minnows. But it always just startles you. You just walk up and you don't expect to see. And I don't really I enjoy snakes from afar. I don't need to have them. But I was like, I'm just going to go inside and sit down. Like, it's just not meant for me. Because, yeah. It's creepy crawlies.
Oh, you mean when I went out and picked it out of the pond?
Yeah, with some barbecue dongs things. We just shoot it away. Just, I know you will be back. You always are, but for the sake of right now, please, please, please go.
Well, number one, anybody that in the chat that handles reptiles regularly will know that you cannot deal with a reptile in the water. You are not faster than they are. You are
No.
not quicker than they are. And I have no problem with a garter snake.
It's just when you go down there to feed and you see a little head pop out, you're like, oh gosh, it takes you a second to like.
No, I
Hello.
absolutely love them. I mean, it scared the holy living. We'll do a little backstory. Holy living crud out of your mother.
My mom has them to the point they
And
like are a big ball, and it's crazy
mother,
to see.
Stan, everybody. We moved some stuff when we were fixing her septic tank. There was a big old wad of them. A mom and dad and like
1,000 babies.
So there's like 13.
No,
babies.
it was 1,000.
No, it was like 13 babies, and they were all in a big wad underneath this siding, big old ball. And they all wanted to start taking shovels and trying to kill them and everything else. And I reached in there and I picked up one of them. I picked up either the mom or the dad. I don't know. I picked it up and it wrapped around my arm, and it was nice. It was wonderful. It wasn't a big deal. And I set it down and set it free just because I didn't want them to kill the rest of them because they were all freaking out. And they were worried about snakes. And I'm like, these snakes don't do anything. The only thing they do
it's just that startled. They don't do anything, and they're actually kind of pretty.
Well, it startles
it's just
me.
like, oh, hi, snake.
It's the same garter snake that every time I have to clean
but
out
spiders. Spiders. That was no joke. I hadn't seen a black widow in a while, and I was like, no. And it was by my dog, and I was like, no.
But the snakes don't bother me. They really don't. You've seen me. I've even got startled with the same garter.
Tell her thank you, Ed.
Keep going. Even with the same garter snake, cleaning out the pond pump, and it's like literally right by my eye.
Yeah.
I have my head down in the water fixing the pump, and it's just pokes its head out like, hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm here. You're like, hey, I'm going inside now.
And
but that's where it has gotten quite a bigger though. There is a possibility, of course it's not, but I guarantee you that's the same snake that's there every
Legacy Hobbits. We're the Bert and Ernie of the fish fam. Sweet.
We're something of the fish fam, I can tell you that.
Well, number one, I still like Sesame Street.
Explains a lot.
Hey. Don't give away my intelligence level. Today, the show was sponsored by the letter P. And the number 2.
Today. I just haven't been. Usually we get along with TV selection, but here recently we have not. And that's all that is. We're not even. No.
You're funny.
Oh, thank you, fish. Show some love with some thumbs up.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. But we're kind of boring.
No, we appreciate everyone being here.
We do appreciate it.
We will get back on track again.
We never were on track.
Well, okay, on schedule. We're never on track. I mean,
I'm just excited that even though today is kind of a blood day, it's a little chillier than it has been, and we finally got rain. I have moved one group of guppies out there. We always have the mosquito fish and the white clouds and what's left of my rosy red minnows and the koi pond. But in the video coming out here shortly, since I did get some new guppies that I'll show you, I do want your help if you when you see it, when it comes out, the video you haven't even seen yet. But if there's one that you do like over the other ones, we do have enough tubs and I have a couple of pairs of each of the new ones. So if there's something that as a group we want to see outside, I can move on. It's just, I get so much, the fry it's just not comparable. And I say that, and I'll probably jinx myself, but usually, even with the rice fish too, I just get way more babies and fry outside than I do inside the fish room. They still reproduce. The pearl galaxies, the females were carrying eggs the other day, and it was cute. They were scattering around the plant, so they still are breeding. It's just I get so much more outside. So I'm just excited that that's starting. We have everything ready to go. The tubs have been set up for a little while now. We have solar air pumps on them, and I might need to get an extra air stone because days like this that it's cloudy, they don't work as well, but they don't necessarily. I've had seasons where we've had guppies and things out there where we didn't have anything, and they still did fine. They still reproduced and bred great. So it's just, we always start off strong with all this stuff. And then as the summer goes on, either the dogs get it, a storm gets it, or something gets it. But we started off strong, But either way, the fish, whatever we put out there, the food, just the natural, like the ups and downs of the day, it's just uncompared. I mean, if I could have a fish room outside year round, I probably would in a heartbeat, because it's
We'd have a
unbelievable.
backyard full of tubs is what we'd have.
Well, I'm just nervous about glass tanks because our dogs are so crazy. they get into everything. I'm afraid it would fall or break or something. But even just having regular aquariums outside year round, if I don't think we have the weather quite for that, but I would if I could.
Well, I know you would.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jazz. We got a 99-cent sticker and one from Ed for $1.49.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's cute. I can't ever see it on the computer, but on my phone it comes through.
Well,
they're always so cute.
Are you gonna say hi to Quads?
Oh,
Quad lurking while
Susie.
Water changing.
Thank you for being here, Susie.
Appreciate all the super chats, obviously, but
stickers.
Well, super stickers. I'm sorry.
I still appreciate it too. It's really fun, and I'm really grateful to have just anybody here listening to me talk about my fish tanks in between of all the craziness that we talk about.
Again, we're the Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
And hey, you want to be Bert or you want to be Ernie?
I don't. It doesn't matter. Either one's fine by me.
Obviously, I got to be Bert. I'm taller.
Yeah, that would make sense.
You can be Ernie. You're shorter.
Yeah. Don't have a preference.
Don't tell me you don't remember Sesame Street.
No, not at all. I'm 18 again,
Well, you've kind of wounded me through the fish thing. With all these projects that I can't time right because I don't film.
It's just when you're gone most of the day, you would think I would get more stuff done working on stuff at home, but it seems like either the little one needs me or my mom, it's just always something. So I get so distracted, and then I get kind of mad because I'm like, man, I should have got more done. Even though I did get some things done, it's just getting pulled in so many different directions. And then when you come through the door, you want it done yesterday sometimes, and you don't like to wait to set up a tripod.
Well,
sometimes it is easier just to get it done. But
Ed's right. Ernie's way cooler, but Bert's supposed to be the smart one. Thank you. Somebody, finally. Thank you, Ed.
I appreciate it. Welcome back.
Dang, wrong account.
Every time I see that one, it just reminds me to pack my skates for the Keystone Clash. Be like, oh yeah.
Oh. No, we're just happy for rain. We really are. It has been.
My vegetables are all dried up. Even with there's a point, even with the fish water, a couple of them are still hanging on, but it got really hot and it got really dry. And then with me being out of town a little bit, they just don't get watered as much.
Oh, hang on. I feel as though there's a blame coming.
No blame. Just they don't get watered as much.
Just a fact. Just a straight fact.
Just a comment.
I try, but I have to go to work every day. And I can only water in the mornings before I leave, which I shouldn't water because it's still dark. And then when I get home.
Yeah.
When I get home.
I got like 5 little sweet peas. I was like, I hope you're hungry. And half of them, it looked like it got bit by you said a turtle or something. I don't even know, but
it was a turtle.
Yeah.
It was a very small turtle, but it was a turtle.
Finally combated, because the rabbits usually it's what gets everything, and we finally got the rabbit staying away from everything just to get it burned up because we didn't water it as much as we should.
Because I finally took the time and did what you said, and I built a fence completely around the garden. You did build a fence.
It does look good. And the fish water has made a huge difference. It's just, it has been so hot that most of it should bounce back.
Yeah, it will. It'll bounce back. But the big deal is we haven't had rain in a month. The entire month of May, I think our state, as far as where we are, we got 1/10 of an inch in a whole 30 days.
There's some.
They were literally putting out drought warnings.
Yeah, they got some, but I was like, man, I don't mind filling the pond up with, and there used to be a point where I'd put water conditioner and everything in it, but now I don't know if it's because I'm just lazy or it's expensive, but I don't even put water conditioner anymore. The few times that I have done it, I'll just fill it up a little bit and then kind of let it set for a while, and then I'll fill it up for a little bit and then let it set for a while type of thing. But it had to be filled up. It was it was so low, and I was like, please just rain. Please. But no. But so I'm thankful today. I'm thankful it finally did.
Works. Hey, who forget to hit that thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's much appreciated. I always forget. I'm like.
No. Anyway, back to my earlier argument. Timing is never good enough for you. My timing is awful for you. It's either you want to film it or I didn't get it done soon enough.
I wouldn't say soon enough. Just sometimes we need to work better as a team.
Barbara Jackson. Wow, we're usually dry, and man, last week we had a lot of rain.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah. I'm glad in California. Well, you guys need the rain.
Yeah. We're usually fine, but this time.
Well, normally that's what you hear on the news is California's burning up. Well, the Midwest is burning up now. We're in a severe
or at least
problem.
Just our little spot.
Well, no.
Springfield got a lot of rain where I go to. It's like 2 hours. It's where I go to work at the salon. It's 2 hours away, and they seem to be fine.
Well, it's widespread as far as if you go through the farmers, all the crops have been planted, but they're watering using irrigation in places they never would. And if something doesn't change, then this fall food prices and stuff are going to go through the roof because soybeans and corn
Yeah.
and all the staple ingredients that we use in everyday products are going to go out of this world because they're not going to produce. It's
Yeah.
not going to happen. And we're talking Kansas, Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Illinois, the central Midwest, and they're not going to get the yield. And it's not going to be good. It's going to affect a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
It
just a small heads up from a very poor tree trimmer that travels around a bunch.
Yeah. It asked you how the Mississippi River's doing. I have no idea. I assume low, but I don't know. Do you know off the top of your head?
The Mississippi?
Mm-hmm.
The Mississippi's doing okay. It's maintaining level. It's low, but it's maintaining level. The locking dams have not shut down. So they're still operating and traveling, but if it continues, it's the farm stuff that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because we all will feel it. It will be soybeans, corn, all of that, wheat. It's not going to be a good thing.
Doesn't sound like it.
And it'll just make a snowball effect and roll downhill to everyone.
We're super entertaining today.
Well,
but I agree
I
with
would
you. It just
like-
sounds
I would like to
sad.
be
Like, I don't want to
informative
talk
to
about
all
it.
the people that are in the chat that, I mean, unfortunately, unless someone has a better case, in the Midwest is where all of your grain comes from.
Yes, that is true.
And that's for your flour, your feed for your animals, everything. Unless you grow it on your own and are self-sustaining, the Midwest, that's where you get it all. You get your soybeans, your corn, everything. And they are having a really rough time because we're getting pockets of rain, but not enough to substantially help thousands and thousands of acres of crops.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It is.
I know. I agree with you.
I'm looking for you to pick up talking at this moment because
I
am thinking about how
Jenna
bad it
P's
is.
here. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too. Thanks for being here, but it's not been. There's not a whole lot to talk about. Really, honestly, all I've been doing is just catching up on maintenance. So it's. I mean, I don't know how. It's not the most entertaining. But,
well, it's a little entertaining.
Well, I scrubbed algae. I was excited that the rice fish were starting to breed because, like I said, they do so much better outside, but it's always exciting when they do finally start breeding inside. And they're in a 30-gallon tank with lots of Allicinaria, of course. So they have lots of plants for their eggs, but it's just cute to watch them swim around.
Silver Creek, self-sustaining is exactly what I'm working towards. I've been working on it for 10 years. Becoming self-sustaining is one thing at a time. It's hard to do all at once. Yes.
Yeah.
It is very hard to do.
I've been trying just to garden for like 15 years, and it's just now the last couple of years that I've gotten enough to be like, wow, that worked. Because it can be difficult at times, especially on a much larger. I mean, my little garden's enough for me. I couldn't imagine on a larger level, but it seems like when it's good, and when it's bad, it's bad.
Well, and when you're thinking about self-sustaining, you're thinking about talking about completely off the grid type stuff. which most people could not ever even think of obtaining, or because of either their lifestyle or where they live at.
Mm-hmm.
Usually because of where they live at. And that is, I mean, unfortunately, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
You can only do so much unless you live way out in the middle of nowhere where you can harvest your own timber, you can make your own garden,
Mm-hmm.
you can tap into a natural spring. There's a lot of things you can do, but and the will and the know-how is another thing. So,
Yeah.
and if you don't have that know-how, then you're going to have to find someone that has that know-how.
What type of plants do we keep in our tubs for our rice fish? It's been mainly just whatever floating plant I can get for the season. Last year it was more spangles. The year before that I attempted water lettuce. It's usually some kind of water sprite. We've tried this plant. This plant up here originally came out of the white cloud tub outside, and it's the larger, what is it, 250 gallons, 200 gallons? I can't remember.
300.
And then the smaller ones that we were keeping the rice fish in, they're like 30 gallons, but it's usually just whatever we have an abundance in the fish room, which is always Vallisneria, and whatever floating plant we can get. That whatever we can get this summer, it's probably going to be a little bit different than last summer because it's just whatever we can get our hands on to try. But water lettuce, it's that one plant that I just can't quite. But the spangles, they did great outside. It wasn't until I brung them inside that they started kind of disintegrating a little bit, but they did fantastic outside.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
They did wonderful. Key kind of legend. Hey guys, just jumping on, see what's going on. Been real inspiring when I was starting up. Well, thank you.
Thanks. That's
Kind of a legend. I'm kind of a legend in my own mind, unfortunately. From a guy that
tell
knew
myself that.
Well, that's what I tell myself because I knew nothing about fish 8 years ago. Absolutely nothing. Zero.
You were so excited about me taking over the dining room.
I was excited. I was
excited
excited about the arowana. I was not excited about you
No,
taking over
well,
the
that's
dining room.
That's what I'm saying. When I was in school and I was taking over the dining room with tiny little Fry, and I was having to like measure and do all the stuff, and I just had stuff everywhere. And that was a few years before the arowana came into play, and you were so happy about my hobby. So you've come a long way, and I'm really glad I got that arowana. And I took you to Prime Time's fish room. Those two things is what did it.
It's true. And again, that's why I'm still searching for that ultimate perfect that you want, because it's not going to be like his fish room. It's going to be different because you both have different styles of what you do and what you want. So we haven't got it timed out yet, but we will. It will be a good progression when we get there.
I was thinking guppy grass and some type of lily. Yeah, I've had guppy grass in them before. It's just whatever. I can't remember what, but the lilies are in the larger one. I didn't have the lilies in with the rice fish. I had them in with the mosquito fish and the white clouds in the larger tubs is what I have. And I just got those at Lowe's, and they just come back every year. But in the rice fish, I think we've had guppy grass out there a few times here and there. It always gets it does great, and then that one kind of suffocates because it does get a lot of algae out there in a tub. So it does well, but it doesn't do the best. I think the guppy grass does better inside, but just trying to think. it's really each year it changes because each year we either get something from a show or from a friend or online. We did have one store for like, what was it, 2 summers before they went out that had pond plants. And I really liked that. I was like, man, I miss that store. But Ed said he missed you a butt ton in Dallas.
I seen that. Well, thank you, Ed.
I think everybody missed you in Dallas. And I was like, nope, sorry, it's just me.
Well, I think Silver Creek brings up a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much knowledge you have, somebody gives you about gardening, it's always going to come down to trial and error.
Yeah.
And I think it is also the same way with aquatic plants. There's some plants that everyone else can grow that I cannot grow. I just can't do it. It just does. And they can be very simple.
Yes.
Like Carrie said, water lettuce, can't do it. It never works. I cannot do it. Somehow I fail every time. It is very frustrating to me. Extremely frustrating.
Cool. It looks cool. And then we bring it home
but we've went through all different spangles and everything else and can get to grow and propagate and do wonderful. Water lettuce is my kryptonite. It really is my kryptonite. I cannot get it to grow. I cannot get it to propagate.
Jenna said she missed me specifically, but not too much because they were at Disney. That's understandable.
Well, yeah, if I was at Disney, I wouldn't miss anybody.
No. I haven't went to Disney since the 4th grade, and I got to leave the 4th grade 2 weeks early, and we went to California.
You were just happy to leave the 4th grade.
Yeah. 4th grade was the cool grade, though. 4th grade, there's other grades I didn't appreciate as much, but 4th grade was cool. But I got to leave 2 weeks early. We got to go to California, and we went to Universal Studios, the zoo, SeaWorld, and Disneyland, I think is the one out there. And it was a long time ago. And that was like my last family vacation, but I really enjoyed it. Well, and it was a very lasting memory because 4th grade was not that long ago.
Ed, I need to check on my water lettuce. You're making me paranoid.
Yeah, well, I'm sure yours looks fantastic.
Probably looks awesome.
And next time, if you come close to my house, feel free, instead of bringing me them guppies, wink, wink, I'll take water lettuce, and we'll promise you that I will do my best to keep it alive as long as I possibly can.
And we'll kill it again.
I will not kill it. It'll just live a shorter life, but I will figure it out, and I will have this plant in my life if it's the last thing I do. I don't know why I like it so much. I just really like it.
Well, we've talked to a bunch of people.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, it's so easy. It grows so well. I just have to throw it away by the handfuls. And I'm like, I just watch it go away day by day.
And we've talked to a bunch of people, too, about some plants that we have, like behind my head, just the bronze crypts that I can grow just crazy. They just keep going and going and going and don't stop.
Especially when you stop giving them away, they grow really well.
And even when I did give them away, they started up again.
Just playing.
They started up again. I gave them away. I had a whole tank full of them, so I pulled a few out and gave them away.
Come home, like looking at my guppy tank. What'd you do? Nothing. Nope, you did something.
Oh, they're still there, and they still have the entire tank. They repropagated and took over the tank again. There's just certain plants, and you are 100% correct. I will never disagree with you. There are certain tanks in this fish room.
I give you, what time is it? 4:50. I give you before 5 o'clock before you start disagreeing with me.
There are certain tanks in this fish room that will grow certain plants better than anything I've ever seen. and no CO2.
Yeah, well, we don't have the ones that require it. They do well for like a small amount of time. And you think it's just enough of time that you're like, I grew this plant with no CO2 and they say that it needs it. And then you come down and it's like overnight, boom, gone. And you're like, it was doing so well for like 2 months. Like, and then you just come down and you're just like, where'd it go?
Except for my baby tears. I had my baby tears for 2 years and I cultivated that little bitty patch.
that one little bitty patch.
And it grew. And it grew. And it grew.
Until it didn't. Until
it
one
got
day.
until it got algae covered.
But Ed said he'll take my deal since my guppies are eaten.
Until it got algae covered. It's the only reason my baby tears died.
Yeah, Jesse was just talking about them guppies. I was like, I don't think we're going to get them guppies anytime soon. So I'm glad you accept my offer. And you can give me some pointers too.
We will take pointers from everyone. That's what the Fish Fam is about. That's
and I will always
the community
take
is about. It really is. That's what it's about. Everybody sharing ideas. Because there is no right way or no wrong way. Everybody's water is different. It depends if you treat your water, don't treat your water. We all do not live in the exact same location.
No.
And luckily, through the wonders of technology, we can talk to people from the other side of the world to figure out and work on ideas. And be able to master something that is so hard to replicate. And that's nature. You're not going to replicate it perfectly every time.
No. Especially, I mean, I try. I think it's just being around the people at Aquashella and being around all my friends that are so talented. And it just brings out talent in me that by other people's standards might not be the best, but by my standards are the best. Then I come home and it's just like wherever the plants go, they go. Like, why is this so much easier? But I don't know. I get in my own head and then I second guess it and I'm like, it just looks like crap. And then I just throw it in and wherever it takes root, it takes root. But my focus is more on, there's some fish I can't necessarily, I'm not quite there yet to know how to breed. I don't have the best luck with some of the tetras and stuff, but really my main focus right now is just line breeding and breeding the guppies and trying to come up with a strain that looks really cool as a community. And then maybe doing some videos of just specifically line breeding specific ones and how I do it. Cause I'm sure everybody has their own way of doing that too. But right now there's still the ones that I want to do the project with are just, they're too small to separate between males and females yet. But the moment that I can start separating them to males and females, then I think things are going to get super exciting. You're like, okay, which ones are we going to get? We're going to pick out this female and this male and this male and this female. And that's when we will have to start setting up. I need to start setting them up now in preps for what's coming to be responsible. But we're going to have to get quite a few more tanks just to start separating fry. And even if we just cultivate from like a few, it's just we're going to have a lot of different fry tanks for a while. And then as they grow, we can say, I like to separate them by males and females, let them grow up and then choose based on size for a little bit and then start doing traits. But I mean, I'm pretty open. If someone has a better way to do things, like I said, I want to do this as a community and then just share in the videos and on the streams and things. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to learn a lot, I think. I think it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's going to be time consuming. It's not going to happen overnight and we'll have to do this together for a while, but I think it's going to be fun.
No, I think it's going to be awesome. The problem is,
and I can write my guppy book and we can all.
Well, the problem is then everybody's going to have to stay tuned or help me.
Just subscribe.
Mostly help me and share it out because when we have to start I'm gonna have to start building racks and racks and racks
Well, I don't think
for you to separate, because they are. If you do this project, whether you breed them inside or outside, doesn't matter.
Mhm.
You're going to have to start sorting, and sorting is going to take a lot of space, and space means more tanks, and space means more racks, which, don't get me wrong, we got the room. I'm looking over here to my left.
Yeah.
I got the room.
We got a lot of room down here and we don't even do anything with it. So we might as well put fish tanks.
Well, we used to do something with it, but however, that all got squashed because you like fish. So now we don't do nothing with it. No more gymnastics, no more stuff. We're fishing.
When did that, I want to know when you started doing gymnastics down here.
Look at me. I'm the picture of gymnastics.
You used to do wrestling, yes, I will agree, but then you kind of just got busy with work.
I kind of got busy with fish.
That too.
Kind of got busy with fish, truth be known.
Sure.
However, it will be fun. It will be an adventure, and I will love every second of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope everyone in the chat is ready to get along for the ride.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a ride.
Hopefully it's more entertaining than this live stream has been. But I've been recording quite a bit of the guppies, so I'm hoping to have some videos out this week. So stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't. And I appreciate you just being here. And even though there hasn't been like super significant steps yet in the process, I am excited for when the guppy fry start getting a little bit bigger. So I just appreciate you spending this little hour with us and spending some time of your day with us. It's been fun.
It has. And I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. What's left of it. I know I will. I finally went almost a whole stream without talking about cooking. So to me,
you just ruined it. You had 2 minutes left.
Well, I'm gonna ruin
That's
it.
because you know why? Because all he's gonna do, the same thing he's done the past like 2 weeks. He's gonna watch this Viking show. He's gonna go right upstairs. He's gonna push play because I'm sure it's pause, and then I'm gonna zone out in fish chats probably and clean fish tanks. So please, I'll see you in the next couple hours of fish chats because he's going to be upstairs watching TV and I'm going to be down here having fun, not being told what to do in the fish room.
I will never.
Don't you think this one? No, I don't. I think you need to go. Go watch that show. It's good for you.
Well, thank you everyone for all the
It's been
wonderful
fun,
comments.
Yes. Thank you, Dee Dee. We're more entertaining than you think. Well, I appreciate that comment.
And Ed, thank you for looking after Carrie. I appreciate it in my stead.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes I need to be like, I get lost so easy. We have a minute or two. I landed in Dallas, went to the hotel. I was like, I know where to go. I just go underneath the overpass. It's right there. I can almost see it. Well, last time I stayed at that hotel, I was in a different part of the hotel. So I used a different door. And I was just so tunnel visioned on getting there that I didn't realize that I went through the wrong door and I just saw an overpass. So I was walking under the overpass doing my thing and I was like, man, I am not in the right spot.
Hey, that's all I had to do is talk about dinner.
Yeah. And it's like, boom.
Be Whizzle.
But I eventually found it and I was like a block or two away, but I was like, how did no joke. Leave it to me. One, I don't see very well. And when I get excited and I feel like I'm being rushed, I just kind of focus on, I'm not as aware. Sometimes I mess up, but I eventually get there, But
Scuba Steve.
welcome, welcome.
Whip, you want to know what's for dinner? It's hamburgers, steak, bratwurst,
The
maybe
same thing
some
we
shrimp.
had yesterday because we barbecue every day.
Well, I have to perfect my craft,
Mhm.
and my craft is barbecue,
Well-
and my craft is smoking meat.
I appreciate you being here. I
It's
look
only
forward to
5:01.
seeing you next Sunday, but I gotta get Jesse out of my fish room. He's got to go upstairs. I got work to do. So it's been fun, but it's time for you to go.
I must leave.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon, and I look forward to actually putting out some more videos this week. So look forward to that.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful
Bye.
weekend.
Peace. Bye.